All right, gas chamber time. Didn't think I'd be saying that today. Let's do it. Oh my God! Why didn't you tell me that was coming? Oh, that hurt like hell.
성의상 시간용사 우위 착용 실시할 이상 당기 부대장
훈련병들 06시 15분까지 광동면 지참 우위 지참에서 정모대형으로 집합합니다. 알겠습니까?
Yeah.
How do you make your bed again?
Oh, I don't know how to do it.
Fold inwards. Halfway. No. Right. Hit that corner. Like halfway along that line at the back, at the bottom. And the other one, that side. You're along the whole way.
I feel like I've had a full body workout.
Oh my God, my throat.
My body is killing.
My shoulders and my head.
Is your body hurting? How are your shoulders here?
So much pain.
Because like here, where the log was on.
Terrible pain.
Are you in?
So here's a question for you. We're a minute in and I'm already start saying stuff. They're talking about how sore they are from log day. Not leg day, log day. And they're talking about, oh, I'm bruised here, I'm sore here, I'm in so much pain. Okay. Can they just take the day off today? No. So what do? You drive on. That's kind of part of it. Like, hey, I'm sorry you're uncomfortable. I'm sorry you're in pain. We got shit to do. This is building mindset. It's building, conditioning the body, all that stuff.
After this gas training, we're going to the Navy SEAL.
Who's that?
I know, apparently it's just harder. It's just much harder than this.
Well, no, it's a commander's equivalent.
Can't let it. Relax.
Yeah.
성의상 5분 전 훈련병 총원 새벽 일반 단상 집합 5분 전
Thought it couldn't get any worse, and that's real. Yesterday was hot, today it's raining.
Well, fat man kills him. All right, attention.
Leave the helmet, right? Yeah.
빨리 할 수 있게 이야기 계속 걸어주고 빨리 해라고 이야기 지시해주고.
Yeah.
동원 세라.
용도수들 목표 10강 7, 2, 1
Left, right, left.
Okay, remember, guys.
Left.
We walk straight. Walk straight. Okay, yeah. Turn, sharp right. We're getting good at this, man. And then sharp right again. We walk straight. Sharp right again. Sharp right again. Sharp right, Smith. Sharp right.
That's sharp.
Sharp left. Sharp left. Sharp left.
Yeah, cheers.
Now, I'll be honest with you. If this, how do I put this? Like the fact that all this talking has gone on in formation, the DIs would light them boys on fire. I'm telling you, they would go sideways. This ain't a party. Oh, yeah. Oh, they would go nuts.
Sharp left.
Stop at the stairs, stop at the stairs. You ready?
But actually, you know why I think that didn't happen? Because it looks like the guide over here, who's actually a recruit like they are, is the one that's leading the platoon. So if they get far enough in training, sometimes, and this depends on region or unit or whatever, training institution, it won't be just the DI that says, all right, in attention. Here we go. And hello, and they start singing and you march and they kind of drive the platoon to where they need to go. Sometimes because they're building responsibility with the guide, who kind of is the lead recruit, and the squad leaders, they say, all right, it's time to prove yourself. Get the platoon to the next training area. And all that responsibility sits on the recruits, right? So that's probably why you didn't see him get snatched up and ripped out of the platoon.
Lovely. How are you guys feeling for today?
Very tired. The bread is lovely.
Is it?
Clever.
What are you most looking forward to do after you leave the training?
I just want to get this job. My 10 fingers and 10 toes and that. As a child mental issue.
I just want to take them. I'm quite nervous with the tear gas.
I really don't want to do this tear gas thing.
You'll be okay. Think how accomplished you'll feel when you do it. You're like, yeah, I just survived tear gas.
That's crazy, though. We have to stand in a room with no masks on.
No mask.
The tear gas, we have to take it off.
What's the point of having it?
No, because you never know in a military situation where you don't have a mask.
Yeah.
Someone's throwing tear gas at you. What are you going to do then? You have to know how to control your reaction, I think.
What are your fears? I reckon you're thinking too much. I think you're not the only one that I'm nervous.
I think whatever happens, it's all going to happen, isn't it? You're going to be coughing, your nose is going to go, and you're going to cry. It's going to happen.
Oh, yo, that was foreshadowing to the ultimate. You're going to be coughing, your nose is going to go, and you're going to cry. Take that and extrapolate it times 10. You ever seen the movie Beethoven? You know, the giant St. Bernard that just slobbers all over everybody? It's going to be that. It's going to be awesome. Awesome.
It's going to happen. Bring it on.
You've never done this before, have you? It's your first time as well. We're doing a lot of first-time stuff together.
Lord, that's stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Which is, I think everyone, I said to everyone is, aren't there? It's quite scary, isn't it? Oh my gosh. It's the bus of death.
On the coach, everyone's feeling awful. And also, like, the Koreans, who are part of the group, were also nervous. And you just think, OK, if they're nervous as well, it gets you a bit.
안전벨트 착용합니다. 안전벨트.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Yes. You're good.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I like that. I got a little copper off the NPI.
It's crazy how it's 6:56 and I don't even feel tired. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh no. This is I myself.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know that.
Obviously not, but
It's not logical.
Max, come on, positive. You're a positive boy.
I know, but not right now.
Like, bro, don't touch me. Don't look at me. I'm having a moment. It's like you can kind of contain it. You can keep it internal until your body tells everybody around you that you're about to have a problem. When your stomach goes, and you're like, and then everybody knows. Oh, awful.
내리면서 자기 우위 바로 착용하도록 합니다. 교육관에서 학생반 개인 숙달, 광동면 착용, 정화통 분리 결합 등 개인 숙달 실시한 다음 가스 실습하러 갑니다.
여러분은 지금 이곳에서 화생방전을 대비한 화생방 개인 숙달 훈련 및 실습 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 소원이라 서. 간단하게 방독면 착용법 교육.
So they're going to show them how to put on the gas mask. Like if, and I can kind of see it actually. I thought it was going to be on their leg, but right here is their gas mask holder. Okay. And every single soldier will have their gas mask on like their probably support side. So if I'm a righty and let's say my pistol is on my right side, I'll have my gas mask on my left side so I can always access my weapon. But the way that the gas mask is put together inside the pouch and how that pouch is configured on that person should be exactly the same for everybody. Everybody. So that regardless of who I go to, if they're unconscious or whatever, I can open that pouch, grab the mask, put it on them, and I know where everything is. I know their filter's in the same spot. Their magazines are in the same spot, all this stuff. And it just made me think of somebody in the comments was like, it's pretty convenient that you know what's going to happen in these episodes. I think you pre-watched all this stuff. And I was like, if you think I pre-watched, I was like, look, I don't need to watch this. I've lived this, right? I live in this world. And I told him, I was like, look, I get it, but if you understand anything about this channel, I hate spoilers. It is against my DNA. So I'm telling you right now, you pre-watched all these. No, I just lived it. It's fine.
The DI showed us how to safely put on the gas masks, attach and detach the filter, and gave an in-depth explanation of what would happen in our next stage of training.
Yeah.
That is mad. You actually proper breathe it in here. This is scary. It's really, really scary.
양 주먹을 가볍게 말아주고 말아진 주먹을 하늘을 향하도록 한 다음
This is terrifying. This is absolutely horrible.
물리 결합 못하고 있는 교육생 있으면 앉아서 도와줄 수 있도록 합니다.
Your knees must not touch the ground, all right? There could be chemical residues.
It's absolutely terrifying,
I'm going to make a prediction that we might see. So you can tell that I've pre-watched these. They're probably going to also teach them this arm signal, or they'll teach them an arm or a hand signal that if there is gas or some type of biological or chemical weapon that's been discovered in the area, or if gas is blown, they can start yelling, gas, 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 and they start doing a hand signal. So even if you can't hear, you can see people doing the signal, and then you know right away, I got to put on my gas mask. You don't ask no questions. You just go. You're like, well, where is it? I don't smell any. No, hell no. This is once again one of those times where you do not ask questions. You don't need to understand. I just need you to react.
Oh my gosh. I think not being able to see should be tough. Oh, this is bad.
Genuinely scared.
I'm just gonna go for it. I think this is the scariest one though.
Oh, petrified.
So then we get taken to this building and you go in and it's literally a gas chamber. Like no windows, this grey room. It was just so intimidating.
This is terrifying. Yeah, this is awful.
This is absolutely horrible.
Oh, this is bad.
No.
All right, so trigger warning. The following scenes contain tear gas training and may be distressing for some viewers. You have been warned.
I'm literally pissing myself. This is probably the most scared I've been in my life. Oh my God. What the?
As soon as you walk in that room, your skin starts to burn. Not fit, like you can feel it burning. So you have the mask on, so your breathing is fine, your face is fine if you have a good seal on the mask, but you can feel the burning on your neck and in your hands.
가스 실습장에 입장할 때는 뛰지 않고 빠른 걸음으로 눈 뜨고 입장합니다.
It's pretty horrible. Like walking into that room, following that yellow line, the door shutting.
가스 실습 도중 자신이 가스를 마셨다고 해서 일어서거나 난동 부리지 않습니다. 아래에 있는 노란색 통제선 밖으로 이탈하지 않습니다. 이기적인 행동 하지 않습니다. 광동면 걷지 않습니다. 호흡을 참는 행위 절대 하지 않습니다. 해군병 701기 화생방 가스 실습 실시하도록 하겠습니다. 성원, 무릎, 앉아.
We got it. Hey, we got this, alright? We got this.
구령, 하달한다. 정합통, 분리.
So this is kind of easing them into the process. So they can already feel the gas on their skin. They can feel a slight burn. It's like a sunburn. It's essentially what it feels like. Kind of a rough sunburn, okay? They're pulling the canisters off. This is the filter that's letting them breathe, but breathe clean air. So what's going to happen is they have their masks on. The masks are sealed. They're going to pull the canister off, and the gas is going to start to come in through this way. So they'll start to get a small piece of it. It's kind of easing them into the process.
신속하게 정화통을 분리하고 유리한 정화통을 양손으로 잡아 머리 위로 높이 들어올립니다.
As soon as you take the filter off, you just feel something come up. You instantly just like literally someone scratching at your eyes, and you can't keep them open. And then you start coughing, and everyone starts coughing.
701개.
So they're having them hold the canisters up for a couple reasons. One, to show that they have done it, okay? So the DI or whoever's in there can see everybody all at once. Okay, everybody has their filter off. Good. That's one. Two, they have to still follow instructions. They have to still do what they're told to do, even under this level of distress. There's two. And then three, if you're the one that's having a hard time or you're going slow for whatever reason, hey, everybody's waiting for you, bro. You gotta move. So there's still a form of unity that is required here. There's still a team effort that's taking place, even though right now the only thing you can think of is yourself. It's literally what's happening.
Come up. You instantly just like literally someone scratching at your eyes, and you can't keep them open. And then you start coughing, and everyone starts coughing.
701개. 대답 안 합니까? 복잡합니다. 목소리 상태 불량. 목소리 상태 불량.
I don't think I was mentally there. You do these exercises, but you're not thinking about anything because you can't really think.
701개. 701개. 구령, 하달한다. 정화통, 결합. 신속하게 정화통을 결합하고 결합 못하고 있는 동기생 있으면 앉아서 도와줄 수 있도록 합니다.
I thought it wouldn't be that bad, but I was proper scared as soon as I took it off. I generally couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to throw up.
Imagine it's like pouring fire noodle ×2 on your face.
정화통 결합이 완료된 교육생들은 정숙하게 대기합니다.
My eyes were watering, my throat was just feeling it. I started coughing, spitting.
Everybody help me. Everybody help me.
See, even as the DI that's in this room, I would be not only looking for, okay, canisters are up. Yep, everybody's got them. Okay, canisters back on. I'm also taking note of these little bits of leadership that we're seeing where somebody is like, hey, get down. Because that one dude that stands up, and I don't know who these guys are. I have no idea who's who. But the one person stands up, immediately he's got my attention. Okay, he's kind of losing it. He's not following instructions. I'm going to see what happens. So DI doesn't say anything. Doesn't say, hey, get back down like everybody else. He wants to wait, maybe, and see who's going to tell him. who's going to fix him. And then I might make that person the next squad leader. They kind of showed themselves a little bit. They did the right thing. They took initiative. I give them more responsibility.
Ready to like put my hand up and say I want to go, but Mr. Smith, he sort of like helped me out. That's probably the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
다시 한번 교육합니다. 정확한 결합이 완료된 교육생들은 정숙하게 대기합니다.
Well done, well done.
Horrible, horrible. And you did it once, and then you put it back on, and you thought, oh, it's over. What we didn't know is that you do it again, and it was just as rubbish the second time as it was the first time.
정확한 분리 결합 1회 더 실시하도록 하겠습니다. 정확한 분리.
That was pretty bad.
I couldn't see anything. I couldn't even open my eyes. I couldn't take it off the second time. I was finished.
When we took it off a second time, I didn't really want to take it off. But in the end, I did take it off because the other guys forced me to take it off.
Beautiful.
I think the other guys.
That is exactly right. Like, you can hesitate. I need you here. Get it together.
Not leaving. Made me stay.
They were waiting until everyone had unscrewed their thing and everyone was suffering more.
I felt if I left, I'd just let them down.
결합을 못하고 있는 동기생이 있으면 앉아서 도와줄 수 있도록 합니다.
You're all together, but I think it's the first time where you also felt like you're on your own. The mask makes you focus on yourself. You're not really as aware about what other people are doing, and you know it's up to you to take it off. It's up to you to put it back on again. You're scared you're going to get it wrong. You're scared there's going to be adverse effects. Yeah, it was pretty horrible.
I really understood the importance of that. Just following orders and not questioning. You're totally at the mercy of orders. So you're literally giving all authority to the drill instructors, and actually they're the ones that are protecting you.
And this is why it is so incredibly crucial that you put the right people in leadership roles. If you're a leader and you are also building more leaders, you're putting the right people in charge. Because if everything is happening the way that it should be happening, nobody is immediately questioning these leaders' decisions. We can't. There's no time for that. It costs people's lives when there's hesitation. So that's why it is absolutely crucial that if I have 4 squad leaders, I put the right people, the best people in charge of those groups.
Helping you in that situation.
청원이 정확한 결합을 완료하였으니 해군병 701기 화생방 가스 실습 마치도록 하겠습니다.
Oh my gosh.
퇴장하도록 하겠습니다. 청원 일어서.
Oh yes, get up.
청원 우야.
Yep.
좌측 1날부터 차례대로 퇴장. 자신의 열이 퇴장할 때까지 정숙하게 대기하도록 합니다.
This is another, I don't remember if there's a specific reason that we do this when we're leaving the chamber outside of it's still a way for them to watch you as you come out to make sure that you're still able to mentally follow instructions. There might be more to it, but I remember that I think that was one of the main part of it because you're not done yet. Like, we still have things to do. So I need you to still follow instructions. Keep waving your arms. If you come out and you're flailing all over the place and freaking out, you're the one oddball that I'm going to see immediately because everybody else is going like this.
That is awful.
Oh, my neck is on fire.
I was dying. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Wow. Oh. Bloody hell. That is next level. Everything inside you is just screaming. Wow. Oh, my gosh. That is unreal. Oh. Sorry,
That's
it's
the good
disgusting,
stuff.
but they made you do it twice. That's the thing, is like you take it off, like you hold it for as long as you possibly think you can hold it, and then you put the thing back on, the filter back on, and it doesn't clear straight away, so it's just, you're in agony, your eyes are swelling and everything hurts. I'm like flipping this, okay, we did it, you pushed so hard, and then they're like, do it again.
I don't know if they're done yet per se, but I am surprised that they did not have them remove the mask and then like sing their Navy song or do exercises. And there might be more. They could go back and do that, but I was kind of expecting that.
Psychologically, they just try and get inside your head. And in fairness, you're training for situations where you have to stay cool even when people are trying to get inside your head. So I guess that makes sense, but bloody hell, it is tough.
Oh.
Roscoe cap on.
Where's the cap? Oh. Oh, my gosh.
Pretty?
Really well done. Thanks.
Oh, I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of everyone, actually. Good. Hey, boys, well done, honestly. That's superb, honestly. You should be proud of yourselves.
I barely did the second time, though. Proud of yourself? I could have done a bit better, but that's okay.
They all went in there. They all did it. Just really, really proud of them. Really proud of them.
It was bad in the moment, but now I feel right. I feel like it was the first shot of, like, I just tried to, like, keep my breathing steady. I think that was the biggest thing that helped. And then the second time was much, much better in terms of just, like, trying to keep my calm, I thought. It was the first one which was a bit worse.
Max, can you help me, please?
Of course I can. Oh.
Thank you, Max.
분리를 한 다음에 흐르는 물에 광동면만 씻습니다. 알겠습니까? 네. 자, 하생방 실습, 가스 실습 해봤습니다. 어떻습니까?
별거입니다.
가스 실습 후 내 몸이 이상이 있는 훈련병 거수합니다.
I need some hay fever tablets pretty badly. But ideally, like, either hay fever tablets or something stronger.
You go to the ambulance.
Antihistamine?
Antihistamine.
That's really hard. Yeah, it's happened a few times before. If it gets worse, I should have eaten the apple. Basically, it's tree pollen, so it's not like...
And it's triggered by that?
Well, it was semi-bad, and then I went in there, and it's just gone boom.
All right, trigger warning. The following scene contains an allergic reaction, and they're literally counting down 3, 2, 1. Buckle up.
Right. Oh, that's bad. I mean, you're going to be fine. Oh.
You really understand the importance of orders.
Oh, yeah, bloody hell, right?
You really understand because, you know, if you don't listen to an order, everyone else is suffering. Yeah. Through this exercise,
Okay, that part's done. Those of you that are looking away, what you're seeing is, I don't know what is it? What is it? Urethra? What's in the ball? The hangy ball in the back of the throat? Urethra? No, that's not right. Uvula. Thank you. Uvula is swollen, and it makes it hard to swallow because it kind of blocks that whole area. I think the duodenum is down here, not urethra. That's right. I was close.
they're trying to instill, you know, a togetherness and making sure that everyone does everything together in unison and listening to superior commands. Because if not, it's impossible to get through a task like that. It's the closest I think we've felt to going to actual war, you know?
You've done well, mate. Done really well. You should be proud of yourself. That's probably the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
It was a good experience for the minute I did it.
You can say you've done it.
Yeah, I can say I've done it.
I'm glad I did it. I'm very happy I did it. Even though the second time I was barely going to take it off. I'm glad the other guys punched me when they did. I took it off.
They forced you to take it off.
They forced me to take it off. I took it off.
No, because everyone was suffering more. Yeah, everyone was suffering more. The longer we took to take it off, they were keeping it off. So it's ridiculous. It was good.
I felt I didn't want to get hurt. Do you know what I mean? I didn't think it was worth it to get hurt physically, and I felt. I was really thinking, like, would my mum want me to do this? So I was frustrated because of that, definitely. More because of her than anything else. But yeah, it was fine. And then we got on the, yeah.
That was tough.
These kinds of emotional releases happen all the friggin' time. You know why? Because we're friggin' human beings. And the shit that you have to do in the military sometimes is friggin' difficult. And even though there's ways that we can try to desensitize ourselves to some of these things that are required of us, it's still hard. You're still a human being. You know you're dealing with other human beings. And it's a friggin' difficult thing. So sometimes, like moments like this where you just have this emotional release and it's just blah, and then it just comes, you have no choice. Your face contorts, you have no control, and you just let it go. It's part of the process. It's part of being a human being doing difficult things.
Oh god. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. I think, yeah, at the time it was painful, but that's okay. But I'm glad I did it.
So, who is that? I just saw a question. Yeah, it's also an adrenaline dump. That's right, Joyce. Where did I see that? Yeppin'. He said it was fun. What's the reason to do that exercise? So the reason you do something like that, as with most training, is because they're generally things that may be required of you in the real world when you go to some station or you have a mission, or if there is a war, if there's some type of conflict. These are things that you could be exposed to. So we expose you to them in training where it's a controlled environment. If you could be attacked with some type of chemical or biological or nuclear or radiological item or whatever, I need you to experience as much of that as I can in a controlled environment where you understand physiologically and mentally what that's going to be like. And then know if you see it in the future, oh, I've been here. I know what this feels like. It's okay. I followed instructions then. I got through it. I'll follow instructions now. I'll get through it. So there is a level that's teaching you what to do, but part of that is also the everyday resume that your brain is putting together so that when you see it for real, your brain goes, we've been here before. I have felt this feeling before. I know it's going to be okay.
Because I didn't get hurt, so that's all that matters.
It was a massive mental game.
But the water just gets too much. Coughing, and everyone starts coughing. And I don't know if you saw next to me with Max, but literally just drool and snot just started coming out. And then I was like, oh my gosh, is he okay? And then I kind of looked down and I could see a little puddle start just streaming out of my own mask as well. You see his hands?
Look at the colour change.
The irritation. It's so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my neck as well. My neck feels like it looks like that. Great, boys.
Is that the worst thing we've done so far, or you lot?
Nah, the log's still worse, man.
If you had to do one again, would you do
the gas chamber? I'm going to take me back in there now.
You take the gas chamber?
Yeah, put me back in there.
I think I actually would take the gas chamber as well. I'd take the gas chamber as well.
Oh, yeah.
That
100%.
training, the log was torture.
Told you it'd be instant. This is great. Oh my goodness.
What a day.
What I should do is I haven't had any comments with my parents yet. Just send my mum a picture of this. Having fun? No, that'll be the end. Brilliant. So they've taken some bloods to check my bloods, and they put some steroids into me, so my throat that's inflamed goes down, and then hopefully I'll get back out of it.
Thankfully, after a full health check, Dave was discharged and able to join the group later.
Right as rain.
Right, Brian.
You're all changed out now, all clean, feeling a little bit better?
Yeah.
We're going to go say goodbye now to your dorm mates.
That's sad.
Our chingus.
We're moving base.
감사합니다. Thank you for everything.
One line, boys, one line.
여러분들 2박 3일 동안 훈련 받느라 정말 고생 많았습니다. 여러분들 다른 훈련병 못지않게 짧은 기간이었지만 정말 다른 훈련병 못지않게 정말 잘했습니다. 훈련 잘 열심히 최선을 다해 받았고 여러분들 열정에 정말 감동했습니다. 그런 의미로 작은 선물을 준비했는데 하나씩 준비하도록 하겠습니다. 이거는 한국말로 군번줄이라고 하고 일명 인식표라고 합니다. 인식표. 이 군인이라면 항상 이 인식표를 착용하고 있어야 합니다. 한 명씩 이름을 부르면 앞으로 나와주시면 됩니다. 아로마. 그렇지. 모자 다시 이런 식으로. 그걸 안에다 넣으면 됩니다. 나티.
This is pretty cool. So they're getting issued their dog tags essentially. We'll have a real set of dog tags. Will have their information. It's got your social security number. It's got religious preference, blood type, all that really crucial stuff. And I wore my dog tags for years after I got out.
Next. 됐습니다. 바비. 바비. 제이드. 네, 있습니다. 바티가 방금 총원 차려잖아요.
정근 차려. 정근 차려. 동해. 필수.
Good job, boys. Good job.
It is kind of neat when you first get that peek behind the curtain. Like I feel like this is the first time we've seen the DIs, the Red Hats, kind of be human with them. That I've noticed anyway, and that's kind of neat. You get glimpses of that in boot camp through like I said, mine was 13 weeks. Every once in a while, something will happen and a drill instructor will smile. He will break character and then he'll literally he'll turn around and then he'll go, "You got 5 seconds to laugh. 5, 4." And you're like, "Ah!" And then you just lock it up real quick. And every once in a while, you catch a glimpse behind that curtain.
Great. Good job, boys. Yeah. Thank you. 고맙습니다. 고생 많았습니다. 고생 많았습니다. 수고하셨습니다. 고생 많았습니다.
Big smile.
고생 많이 했을 거라 생각합니다. 해군 훈련소가 훈련병들은 더 힘들고 더 어려운 모습을 있다는 모습을 보여주고 싶었는데 더 좀 힘들게 하고 싶었는데 그런데 생각보다 너무 잘해줬습니다.
Can you say sorry we laughed so much?
계속 웃어서 죄송하다고.
아르망이
스마일맨이지. Yes, Spider-Man.
Yes, I am very smiley. Yeah.
원래
죄송합니다.
네, 괜찮습니다.
예.
아르망이 좀 그랬고 나머지 훈련병들 훈련병들 아니지. 나머지 우리 영국 남자분들 고생 많으셨습니다.
Good job, guys. Good job. 고맙습니다.
좋은 추억이길 바라겠습니다.
네, 그렇죠. 잊지 못할 기억의 추억.
나티는 방독면 체험.
Wow. You did great in everything, but especially the gas mask. You kept really calm.
감사합니다.
You did very good. The drill instructor singled you out as the one who did the best throughout all of the different activities, all of the training. Before we came to the base, you got singled out as someone who 100% you done.
Oh, yeah. But that's because he underestimated me.
Nice.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah.
Remember that.
Watch the footage back and then you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked to see what I have just done.
Oh, that's a bit emotional, right? 수고하셨습니다. 그동안 저희 도와주시고 애들 때문에 또 고생하시고 이렇게 봐주셔서 감사합니다.
Thanks for everyone just making us feel so welcome, and hopefully you serve the country well, enjoy the rest of your lives if we don't see you again.
We all have now a new respect for anyone who does military service because we realise how difficult it is.
And you guys helped us keep going, man. Looking at you guys doing it so well, I think it helped us continue and finish 2 days.
Yeah, we learnt from the best, 100%.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's always been our pleasure.
Oh,
Thank
thank you.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
덕분에 정말 잊지 못할 경험이었습니다.
You're great leader. Great leader. Capitan, well done. Thank you very much for leading us.
He's a good leader, man. He's a great leader.
He's a strong leader. He's a strong leader.
Thank you. 감사합니다. But we made so many chingus, man.
They're so nice.
Our number one goal was to make as many chingus as possible.
Mental, man. It's actually a bit emotional, isn't it? Even though we've been here for 2 days, they've done so much for us. They got us out of so much trouble. If we were actually real day, we would have got our asses kicked. Sorry for...
That is so true. That is so true. But I mean, at the same time, like, they're not in the military for, like, it's a show. It's a YouTube show. I mean, there's a handful of comments in the first few episodes of people that would say, like, if this is a sign of the upcoming generation, we're in trouble. Like, it's not the same. And not to mention, I will remind some of you that will put comments on these videos, some of you that have done military time, depending on the year, the region, the military unit that you were with, whatever the case might be. It is 100% different. It is 100% different when you are going through it yourself at whatever age you were, and then to watch it on the screen. Of course, it doesn't feel as difficult. You're not doing it right now. But I guarantee the handful of people that were like, oh, it just seems so easy. Well, back in my day, blah, 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 blah. Let me put a big-ass log on top of your head for an entire day, and let's see if you still think it's easy. It's so fast how we forget how difficult it was. It's always different when you're going through the shit.
Inappropriate language, but yeah.
They helped us when we were slow. They did stuff for us. They got punished because of us.
Yeah.
They're an example of togetherness.
And we'll miss them so much as well. I feel quite bad leaving them there.
I mean, we barely survived 3 days.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
But they're going to serve their country proud. Hats off to them.
마지막 인사로 필승 한번 같이 할까요? 네네. All right, on 3, okay? 하나, 둘, 셋. 필승!
That's pretty awesome. Oh, next week. What's coming?
Boys, you may have noticed we're at a different base. We are here to give you your final physical test by the official UDT SEALs.
Oh, we got some SEALs. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good.
Which of us would actually pass the test to become a UDT SEAL?
There we go. He's done it, 12. Lower.
Yeah, you need to get lower.
No 3, 2, 1. He's out of there. He's out.
Oh, Harvey, man.
That's awesome. All right. I'm not done yet. Hold what you got. I want to show you something. All right. Sorry about that. Everybody still there? Okay, good. So the guys did this thing just now where they gave them the dog tags, which was pretty cool. It's an awesome memento for them. And the guys even said, I got a little emotional, When I went through boot camp, the first 12 weeks were training as a Marine. And then the final week was essentially your first week as a U.S. Marine. And what separated those two phases between the first 12 weeks and then that first week as a Marine was an evolution that was called the Crucible. It was 2.5 days, and it was essentially like simulated war for 2.5 days. And at the end of that, if you remember, like, this was when I told you the story of me drinking the Tabasco sauce for 10 miles just so I could stop thinking about all the other stuff I was going through. At the end of that 10-mile ruck march, we ended up back on the parade deck of Paris Island. We went around the monument. We got there. We stopped by the statue, and then we lined up, and the drill instructor, one at a time, came up to us, and he's like, "Congratulations, Marine." And he would shake our hand, and then in the other hand, he would give us the emblem of the Marine Corps, which is an EGA. That stands for Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. And that represents that Marines fight, like we cover the air, the land, and the sea, the Department of the Navy. But he hands you this EGA, and that is your first, moment where you're like, I did it. I made it through the training. I'm a Marine. And bro, every single person is like, the tears, you start to because you go through a lot of shit in 12 weeks. A lot of it's and I'm granted, I was probably more emotional than some because I was 17 years old. I was 17 years old when I went in, and I'd only turned 18 3 days before I graduated. So I was really homesick. I had not been away from home for any amount of time before that. So it was tough for me. It was absolutely tough. But that was the moment that I knew that all of my hard work had paid off, and I actually did it. I was miserable and I hated every second of it, but I did it. I still got through it. And now this wasn't actually the EGA that they gave me that day, because the one they gave me was black. But I mean, that was 78 years ago. So I don't still have it, but I do have one from my dress blues uniform. But all that to say, it's little pieces like that are kind of become your history through that process. And for me to go through the initial training at 17 years old and then go through my time in the Marine Corps with all the different phases that I experienced, I have all those little mementos of some of those moments. And I mean, these guys getting their dog tags, it's kind of a big deal. Because, they were only there for 4 days, but they went through a lot with each other as well as all the other guys that they were with.